A few weeks ago, I posted some pictures of my tongue from last December to what it looks like now in October. And many of you had questioned as to whether a tongue can really indicate the quality of our health in our body. And so I thought to share a little bit more information about this so that you guys have some answers to the questions that I've been getting. When we think about the tongue, there's a lot that can be gained from looking at it. So whether or not you have a coating on your tongue, the color of the coating, whether there's cracks on your tongue, do you have indentation marks along the edges indicating malabsorption? Again, there's a lot that can be determined by looking at the tongue. And another interesting thing is that the tongue basically is a map of our internal organs. So I hope you can clearly see that. But we're starting here at the front area, and it's gonna be our lungs on the outside, our heart on the middle there, and then stomach, pancreas, intestines, kidneys are on the back, liver, and spleen. And so, again, depending on if you have cracks and things on your tongue, or if you have a heavy coating on certain parts of your tongue, is indicative of where in your body potentially that you have some dis-ease occurring. And when I say dis-ease, it doesn't necessarily mean you have an illness that's easily identifiable now, but it can be in the makings. And this is again something that we can see by looking at our tongue. This is another tool of um, I'd say diagnosing, if you will, just to kind of help pinpoint in the body again where the trapped ama or toxins lie. Then we have some pictures here of some different types of disorders that they could be indicating. So try to show you this picture here. I always get so lost when I'm trying to do this without like seeing what I'm doing too. But hopefully you can see those a little bit more as to again what some of the issues could potentially be found in the body. And so I was really impressed with the change in my tongue. You can see that image again here. And I was very pleased just to get the concrete evidence that my body's healing. Not that I can't tell in how I feel physically, but again, it's just kind of reassurance that I'm on the right track. And it's funny because now I've been healing from Lyme and tick-borne illness for at least 5 years. And just within the last year is really when I think I saw the most noticeable change in my tongue. And so it's something that, again, is slowly over time as we gradually remove the layers of static, as I call it, of illness and sickness and dis-ease from the body, then slowly but surely this improves in quality. And it can be showing you again much more vitality and rejuvenation. And so I was talking to one of my other friends about this because I was so excited about, again, the improvement in my own tongue. And she is also battling tick-borne illness and she had breast cancer. And so for those of you who don't know, I think just from my own personal dealings, again, I'm not a doctor, but I've talked to now quite a lot of people who have Lyme and tick-borne illness, and many of them also sadly have cancer going on in conjunction with it. And it makes perfect sense in that the Lyme completely decimates the immune system. And so other things then are left to, other pathogenic things are left to fester, if you will. And so cancer develops. I was very close to having cervical cancer myself. And again, I think it's because my immune system was just completely overridden by the Lyme and tick-borne illness raging in my body for 7 years undiagnosed. But she actually had pictures of her tongue from before and after. And I did ask her if I could show you this. And now these pictures didn't print out quite as clearly as you can see them on my phone. But I think you'll be able to see a pretty marked difference. So this is her before, and you can see the lines here as well as the dark coloration on her tongue. She has that giant crack down the middle. You can see she has heavy coating more so on the back half of her body, which would be, her heart area and back, so her intestines and her organs here, liver and spleen, and her kidneys. And then she had a little bit of depapillation going on here, which can be indicative of a couple different things. And then you can also see that she's got the heavy scalping along the edge of her tongue, indicating that she has some serious malabsorption happening in her body. And so the only thing I'm not sure of is like how far apart these pictures are in terms of time, but she's doing so much better. And again, her tongue looks infinitely better. And she still has some stuff to work through, which when she asked me, she goes, "What does my tongue tell you?" And I was looking at this version. I didn't see the really before version until I asked her if she actually had one. But I could still see a little bit again of the depapillation going on here along the tip of her tongue. Her line is so much better. She still again has a little bit of malabsorption happening and some heavy coating, so still some trapped toxins in her body, but gosh, again, so much better. But you can clearly see that this is just a clear indicator that this is definitely a map more or less of the health of our body. So I just thought I'd share with you again a little bit more information on this because again, there was quite a few of you who were questioning whether that was actually legit with it being a reflection of our health, and it is indeed. So if you're interested in more information on this, you can Google it, of course. Feel free to reach out to me or any qualified Ayurvedic practitioner or doctor. Please do follow me here. I love to share this type of information with you. I find it so fascinating and insightful and helpful to heal my body. Every time I learn about something, I say, wow. And that's really more of the importance of scraping our tongue to get those trapped toxins to help to clear that out of our body because they accumulate on our tongue overnight as we sleep. And so when you scrape your tongue in the morning, you're not only getting that coating of toxins off, but you're stimulating your organs as you're pressing on those different regions of your tongue. And then again, based on the color of that coating that you're scraping off, whether it's white, yellowish, grayish, greenish, whatever color it is indicative of the type of ama that's trapped in the body. And so again, we can learn so much from just one little thing like our tongue. But I hope you found this useful. Feel free to share it if you did. Have a great night.